The location of a chest believed to contain the Ten Commandments has long been a mystery, but CIA documents claims the Ark of the Covenant has been found. According to the Bible, the Ark of the Covenant was built by the Israelites shortly after they fled Egypt around the 13th century BC. Moses then placed the Ten Commandments inside. The CIA conducted experiments in the 1980s with individuals who claimed they could perceive information about distant objects, events, or other people. The report details one of these tests where remote viewer number 032 was given coordinates to locate a target, and they described the Ark of the Covenant hiding in the Middle East. Some historians believe the Ark of the Covenant was originally kept inside the Holy of Holies, the innermost chamber of the ancient Temple of Jerusalem, before it disappeared during the Babylonian sack of Jerusalem in 586 BC. There is also a legend that the artifact was taken to Ethiopia and now resides in a local church. Evidence that the chest existed has yet to be found, but the CIA document declassified in 2000 claims it was discovered in 1988. The target is a container. This container has another container inside of it. The document states, the target is fashioned of wood, gold and silver, and it is decorated with a six-winged angel. The remote viewer continued to say that the coffin-shaped object is located somewhere in the Middle East and saw people in the area speaking Arabic. The remote viewer, however, was not told that they were searching for the lost covenant before the experiment began. According to biblical history, this sacred gold-covered wooden chest was constructed sometime around 1445 BC. The Ten Commandments are a list of directives given to Moses by God, including rules such as thou shalt not kill and honor thy mother and father. Some historians believe the ark remained inside the ancient Temple of Jerusalem. For centuries and during this time, only the high priest of the Israelites could see it. Even he was only allowed near it on Judaism's holiest holiday, Yom Kippur, and then it vanished. But this CIA document, a remnant of the mysterious project, Sunstreak suggests the U.S. government has known where the Ark is for years. In the 1970s and 1980s, the Defense Intelligence Agency and several other intelligence agencies, including the CIA, employed individuals alleged to have paranormal capabilities as means of acquiring intelligence about distant events. Project Sunstreak attempted to use psychics, known as remote viewers, to gather intelligence on targets using only coordinates. Remote viewers are supposedly able to project their consciousness beyond their bodies to observe a far-off location. The CIA tapped these psychics for a wide array of operations, from locating hostages kidnapped by Islamic terrorist groups to tracing the paths of fugitive criminals within the U.S. The project, known as Sunstreak, has gained public attention after it was featured on a recent episode of the Ninjas or Butterflies podcast. Show host Josh Hooper said he thought Project Sunstreak was fake until he went on the CIA website and found the document. I was like, what am I looking at? He said. The document describes a training exercise conducted on December 5, 1988. The psychic projected their consciousness beyond their body to search for the sacred artifact, writing down his observations as they went. What he wrote was bone-chilling, Hooper said. This target is located somewhere in the Middle East. As the language spoken by individuals present seemed to be Arabic, the psychic wrote. The target is hidden. Underground, dark and wet were all aspects of the location of the target. The purpose of the target is to bring a people together. It has something to do with ceremony, memory, homage, the resurrection. There is an aspect of spirituality, information, lessons, and historical knowledge far beyond what we now know. The target is protected by entities and can only be opened now by those who are authorized to do so. This container cannot be opened until the time is deemed correct. The psychic goes on to say that time comes, the mechanics of the lock system will be found to be fairly simple, and that anyone who attempts to open the container by prying or striking will be destroyed by the container's protectors through the use of a power unknown to us. The rest of the report features sketches and scrawled writings that the psychic presumably made during the remote viewing session. These include drawings of what appear to be the features of a building, a mosque with a dome top, 8 mummies lined up beside each other, a wheel and a winged creature called a seraphim. The document also includes multiple lists of seemingly random but ominous words such as death, forbidden, protected, scared, destroyed, pain, and anguish. Some theories suggest that the Ark of the Covenant may reside somewhere in Ethiopia, Although this remote viewer claimed it as somewhere in the Middle East, this African nation is home to a large Arabic-speaking Muslim population and numerous mosques. A long-standing religious legend in Ethiopia describes how the Ark of the Covenant was brought there by a man named Menelik, who was supposedly the son of the Queen of Sheba and Israel's King Solomon. The Queen of Sheba was from Ethiopia, but ruled over a kingdom in modern-day Yemen. According to legend, she gave birth to Menelik in her country of origin, but he later traveled to Jerusalem to study with his father. While there, he supposedly stole the Ark and brought it back to Axum, Ethiopia. Locals say it has resided in the Church of Our Lady Mary of Zion ever since. British scholar of Semitic languages and Ethiopian studies, Edward Ullendorf claimed he saw the Ark inside the church during World War II, but a source close to Ullendorf later revealed that the artifact he saw was nothing more than a replica. What he saw was what you find in any Ethiopian church, which is a model of the Ark of the Covenant. Tudor Parfitt, a British historian, writer, and former colleague of Ullendorf, told Live Science in 2018. Apparently, Ullendorf said that it didn't differ in any way from many arks he had seen in other churches in Ethiopia. Parfitt said, it wasn't ancient and certainly wasn't the original ark. Thus, the location of this sacred chest remains a mystery, just waiting to be solved.